Hey everyone, I thought we'd do a quick video today of pencil grades and shading. We'll just go through what the numbers on the end of those pencils mean, and then we'll do a fun little demonstration. So in this drawing you can see the pupil is a lot darker. The shaded area of the iris, the eyelashes, the folds in the skin. So they were done with a much softer pencil, a darker pencil, than some of the lighter areas, the skin tones. They would have been done with a harder pencil. So let's take a look at some pencils. So here's a standard set of drawing pencils. It runs from 2H to 8B. 2H being the hardest in this set. H stands for hard. B stands for black. So, a 2B is going to be harder than an 8B. So you'll get a lighter value out of a harder pencil. So let's just take a 2H and maybe a 4B, and let's compare these. So the 2H being the hardest of that set, I hold my pencil well back. Let's see what kind of value we get out of this pencil without damaging the tooth of the paper. So just moderate pressure, and then if we lighten our pressure as we move forward and just let it blend into the white of the paper. Looking for a smooth gradation from dark to light. So that's a 2H. Now the 4B. Let's see what we can get out of this pencil. Again, well back on its side, just moderate pressure, keeping the integrity of the tooth of the paper, lightening the pressure as we move along until the pencil is just skimming the surface of the paper. You can see the tooth showing through. It's actually hills and valleys in the paper, and the valleys are what trap the graphite. So we don't want to push too hard and crush that paper flat, or it won't be able to hold graphite. So that is 4B. So you can see, obviously a much darker value with the softer pencil. And this is helpful because we can use it in our drawing depending on the value we're looking for. That's going to help us decide what grade of pencil to use. So, I can get a light tone out of this soft pencil, but it's much more difficult. The pencil is just touching the surface. So if I want a lighter tone, I would use a harder pencil. So let's just take our 2H and we'll do just a simple drawing to demonstrate that. If we just do a simple rectangle, keeping these lines relatively light, so we don't have to go back and do too much erasing. Now if we say our light source is up here, just do a little sun. And coming in this direction, this side of the object will be in light, this side will be in shadow. So starting with the 2H, if we just start in the center and work outwards towards that lighter edge, less and less pressure as we move in that direction. I won't spend a lot of time on this, just a few minutes to demonstrate the idea. Just lighter and lighter. So this is a cylinder. We can clean up these edges with the eraser. Again, starting in the center, working outwards, decreasing the pressure as we move towards that lighter edge. Now this shadow side will get some reflected light, and I'm going to make a video discussing shadow and light, reflected light, and how we can use that throughout a drawing. For now, let's just work on getting an even gradation from dark in the center, lighter and lighter towards those outer edges. If we take our 4B and do the same. Again, keeping the integrity of the tooth of the paper, not pushing too hard. Slowly lightening our pressure. We can blend that into the white of the paper. Again, starting in the center, working outwards. Now that texture in the paper showing through we can use that to our advantage, using the texture so that we don't have to go in and draw all that detail. It just magically appears. So that can be helpful depending on the subject we're drawing. We may want something smooth like glass or metal, where we wouldn't want to see that texture. But things like skin, fruit, depending on the subject, that texture showing through can help convey the idea of, again, texture. So just lighter and lighter towards the outer edges. Now if we put in a couple of horizontal lines, just lightly with the 2H pencil for now. This is a great exercise, great practice. We want to get as smooth a gradation right off the pencil without going in there with blending stumps and things like that. So, we will use a blending stump here shortly, but it's always best if you can practice to get that smooth gradation right off the pencil. Now this side is in shadow, so it'll be a little darker. Again, just blend that in to this reflected light area. Now if we take our 4B, and if we darken these lines where this darker value is, and then just lighten our pressure as we move towards the lighter edges. That just helps to stress the idea that this area is in shadow. Lighter towards the outer edge. Same at the bottom. And top. Now, a blending stump, if we want to smooth this out, starting in the center. And again, lighter and lighter pressure as we move towards the outer edge. It's just skimming the surface. Same in this direction. Just lighter and lighter. Darken that center section up. Again, lightening our pressure. Now, this is a mechanical eraser. if we take our eraser and just add a highlight to the top of this band. And here, maybe along the bottom. And we can also add a bit of a highlight down this section. Add a shadow under that highlight. And there we go. We have a barrel. We could spend more time adding details to this, but I think you get the idea. So we'll just clean up those edges. This is an erasing shield, usually used in mechanical drafting, but we can use it here just to clean up that bottom. We want to clean up the top. So there you go. Different grades of pencils. Practice your shading, varying the pressure, different hardnesses to create different values. And I hope it's helped, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.